Have you ever been involved in a hit and run? Or had your vehicle backed into or bumped into while you're in the store? Well, this dash cam would have helped you in those situations. Unless there's witnesses, it's always your word versus theirs. In this video, I'll be going over all the features that make the 𝐬𝐸𝐼 A800S Dash Cam a great budget-friendly dash cam, and hopefully this information will give you what you need to consider the 𝐬𝐸𝐼 dash cam. Some of the biggest features of this dash cam is the 4K resolution, GPS, advanced driver assistance system, and the 24/7 monitoring. Taking a close look at the front camera design, it has a 3-inch IPS screen on the front, which gives you the view of what's going on and being recorded. It has a couple of buttons down below that helps you navigate the menus on the screen. I really like this because these buttons help out quite a bit. A touchscreen with a screen this small makes it very difficult. On the side, you have the USB-C power in, the rear camera in, and the micro SD card slot. This slot can handle up to 256 gigabytes of space. There are vents on top, bottom, and the side. Looking at the camera, it allows you to adjust it manually so that way you can set it at the right viewing angle. The lens is a Sony Starvis IMX415 sensor, and it uses 𝐬𝐸𝐼's night owl vision. What's 𝐬𝐸𝐼's night owl vision, you ask? Well, it's a proprietary technology enhancing low light, combining the Sony Starvis sensor and advanced HDR algorithms, reducing noise, balances exposure, and it controls glare. To mount this dash cam, 𝐬𝐸𝐼 gives you the simple mounting bracket that gives you double sticky tape on it. The nice thing is you can remove the dash cam from the actual windshield without removing the sticky tape using this bracket. This way you can remove the dash cam at any time with ease. Looking at the rear camera design, it's simple and straightforward. It's a 1080p resolution camera, and the lens is adjustable so you can angle it up or down so that way it's appropriately looking out the back window. And it also uses double sticky tape to mount it. Now, as far as the installation goes, the 𝐬𝐸𝐼 A800S comes with a long USB-C cable and a 12-volt adapter for your vehicle. They also sell a hardwire kit, which I highly recommend so that you can permanently hide the power cables out of sight. The hardwire kit also allows you to utilize the parking monitor system. If your vehicle is stationary and experiences sudden shake or collision, the built-in G sensor will detect it and start recording and capture the event. This dash cam comes with a battery protection for low voltage. If your vehicle drops below 11.8 volts, the dash cam will automatically cut the power and prevent draining the battery. So that way, when you go back to your vehicle, you can start your vehicle. Installing a dash cam, you will want to find the position on the windshield in the most center where it's not obstructing your view. Clean the windshield very well inside and outside so that way there's no smears. And then you can use your electrostatic sticker to attach it to the windshield. And then you can stick the dash cam to that electrical static sticker. Once mounted, you can start running the power wire and the rear camera wire. Your best bet is finding power from the fuse box. Most headliners will allow you to shove the wires up and into it and out of the way of the windshield. Then you'll move it towards the A-pillar. The A-pillars are usually held on by clips or a couple of bolts and clips. You can usually find out the ones that have bolts if they have these little plastic covers. Mine doesn't have plastic covers, so it comes off, which is plastic clips. Once you remove the A-pillar, you can run the wires down where the A-pillar goes and down to the fuse block. You now tap in your 12-volt switched power and your 12-volt all-time power. So now we need to get the rear camera cable back to the rear camera so that it can be powered. You can run this one of two ways. You can either run it down the A-pillar down to the fuse block area and then run it on the door sills, underneath the door sills. The door sills are removed the same way as the A-pillar. It's just a bunch of clips, so you just pull up on those. Or you can keep it up above with the headliner and just run it through the door sills up top and then get it through the headliner and then get it back to the actual camera that you need. If you don't want to hardwire it, you can use the 12-volt source out of your cigarette lighter or the 12-volt little DC connector. Now that it's installed, let's talk about some of the features that the 𝐬𝐸𝐼 A800S has. Like many dash cams, it has GPS. This determines your speed and your location. This can help get you out of speeding tickets if a cop pulls you over and you were told that you were speeding and you know you weren't. Now you can prove the location, the time, the date, and the speed at which you were going, and you can prove that by showing the judge. This dash cam has ADAS, which is an advanced driver assistance system. Basically, it helps reduce driver workload by alerting you if there's a lane departure, a collision ahead, and more. If you have a dash cam hardwired with the hardware kit, this dash cam has 24/7 parking monitoring. It uses the G sensor to determine if the vehicle is moving or not. And if the vehicle is not moving and it gets bumped into or ran into, that will automatically trigger the camera and it will start recording. This is done while you're away from your vehicle. Last but not least, the 𝐷𝐷𝐼 has a smartphone app, and this allows you to connect up to the dash cam with your phone, and you can do a wireless connection. The dash cam admits a wireless connection, and you connect to that wireless connection like a Wi-Fi. And then now you can go through settings on the menus. You can download footage right to your phone and send them through your text message or an email. And then there's some other different menus in there that you can get to other than what's on the actual dash cam. So let's go and take this for a spin and talk about the video footage during the daytime and nighttime. So here's daylight with no sun really. It's kind of overcast. You can still see the signs pretty good. You can see the logos of the signs, the text of the signs. Going up on an exit here, and you're going to see the exit sign pretty good, clear on the left-hand side. And then we're going to come up to a stoplight, and then everything will look pretty good here. Just a little bit of reflection off the windshield. Now the rear camera is 1080p, so keep that in mind. And this is without any sun out. It's overcast still. You can see the vehicle coming up here, two vehicles, a semi and a truck. Passes me here. Not too bad. No distortion. Pretty good for 1080p, not too bad. And then here is when it's sunny out. So a little more reflections. Not too bad. You can still see the signs pretty good. The logos on the signs. Going about 30 miles an hour here. You can see read the text on the buildings and whatnot. Not too bad. This is the 4K front camera, so you're going to get a little bit more crisp image. And then here is sunlight with the 1080p rear camera. So we have a vehicle coming up here, and here in about a minute, you're gonna get us to a stop sign, and you're gonna be able to read the license plate on this vehicle, which is really nice on a 1080p camera in the sunlight through a window. That's pretty good. So here it comes up. You're gonna be able to see it here in just a second, and you can read that license plate right now. So with the night footage here, you do have some starriness with the lights, a little bit of glare. Some of this has to do with the windshield. I did clean it the best I could, but it was pretty grimy, and I cleaned it about 4 or 5 times, and it still had some like slime to it, or I don't know, some substance on the windshield. I'm not really sure what happened there, but so this is probably the best I could have got it for now, but it would be a little bit better if the windshield was really clean. But as you can see here, you can see in front of you pretty good. And here's going about 3 miles an hour. You can get the motorcycle. The motorcycle is pretty good quality. Starting to see street signs pretty good here. A lot more light because of we're going down like a main street. So that helps out quite a bit here. So here's the back camera, and keep in mind it is 1080p. So we're on the highway with not a whole lot of light, so it's a little bit harder to see just because there's not a whole lot of light. But as this car gets closer, it gets better quality video as it gets closer with more light as it passes us. And just think about this though. I mean, anything behind you, you're not really needing to see a super clear by any means. But as we transition to more light, it gets a lot better here. And we got a lot more street lights. You're able to point out more signs and read more signs here as we drive by them in reverse here. Here are my final thoughts. The number one thing here is the price. Being about $100, this 4K dash cam is a budget-friendly choice. With the features of 4K resolution, 24/7 parking monitoring, ADAS, and the addition of the rear camera, it climbs the list of appealing dash cams to consider. Quality on the video is on par with most 4K dash cams. The ease of install with the electrostatic stickers and the bracket that makes it easy to remove the dash cam if need to. If you found my video helpful, please leave me a like and feel free to ask any questions in the comment section below. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing for more tech reviews, home automation, home and automotive how-to videos. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.